If you're about to plant a tree anywhere near your house, stop for just a few minutes and watch this first.
Before you dig, remember to choose the right spot for your tree. Always plant them far away from your home's foundation. This keeps your roots safe and your house secure.
Because the tree you're about to put in the ground could be the best decision you make for your property, or the single most expensive mistake. And the whole difference comes down to which tree it is and how far from the house you dig that hole. Here's the trouble. The trees that get planted closest to houses are very often exactly the wrong ones. They're the fast growers, the big beautiful shade trees, the ones the nursery has plenty of and sells cheap. And a young family understandably wants shade soon, so they pick the fast one and they plant it close, where it'll shade the patio or the bedroom window. And it does. For about 10 years it's wonderful, and then the roots reach the foundation, or the driveway, or the sewer line, and the wonderful tree becomes a 5-figure repair bill that, by the way, your homeowner's insurance most likely will not help you pay, because slow root and soil damage is the kind of thing most policies specifically leave out. So today I'm going to name the 6 trees you should never plant close to a house, counting down to the single worst offender of them all at number 1, a tree still sold at nearly every nursery in the country. And here's the good part, the part that makes this an easy video to act on. At the end, I'm going to give you the one simple rule that tells you exactly how far any tree needs to be from your house, and then I'll name the wonderful trees that are perfectly safe to plant up close, so you're never left choosing between shade and a sound foundation. You can have both, you just have to choose right. Let's get into it. Number 6, the American Elm, the tree that goes after your driveway first. We start with a tree that Americans have loved for generations. The American Elm, that tall, graceful, vase-shaped tree that once lined the main street of nearly every town in the country. It's a beautiful thing, and I understand the affection for it, but near a house, its roots are a problem, and here's the particular way they cause trouble. The elm grows its roots shallow, right up near the surface, and spreads them out wide, so the elm usually doesn't come after your foundation first. It comes after everything flat and hard at ground level. It lifts and cracks your driveway. It heaves up your sidewalk into a trip hazard. It buckles your patio. It ruins the smooth lawn you worked to keep. Those big surface roots spread far and wide, and anywhere they run under something hard and flat, they'll eventually push it up and break it. If you love the look of an elm and it's a genuinely handsome tree, plant it far out in an open lawn where it has all the room in the world and there's nothing hard nearby for the roots to wreck. Give it that space and it's magnificent. Plant it beside the driveway to shade the car, and you'll be repouring that driveway sooner than you think. It's a tree that needs to be kept well away from anything paved. Number 5, the Sweetgum. Aggressive roots and a mess you'll curse every fall. Next is a tree that gives you 2 good reasons to keep it far from the house, one below the ground and one above it. The Sweetgum. It's a fast-growing shade tree with lovely star-shaped leaves that turn brilliant colors in the fall, and that pretty autumn show is what sells it. What doesn't get mentioned is everything else. Below ground, the Sweetgum has aggressive, far-reaching roots that will heave up pavement and press on foundations and go looking for pipes. The same story as the other big, fast growers. But the Sweetgum has a second curse that's all its own, and anyone who's lived with one knows exactly what I mean. The seed pods. Every fall, this tree drops hundreds and hundreds of hard, spiky, marble-sized seed balls all over your yard. They're brutal to rake, painful to step on, they roll your ankle if you're not careful, they jam the mower, and they turn a lawn into an obstacle course. For an older gardener especially, a yard full of hard, rolling, spiky balls underfoot is not just a nuisance, it's a genuine hazard. So between the roots below and the mess above, the Sweetgum is one to keep far from the house, the walkways, and anywhere you actually walk. If you must have that gorgeous fall color, and it is gorgeous, put it at the very back of the property where the roots have room and the seed balls can drop where nobody's walking. Anywhere near the house, it's more trouble than its pretty leaves are worth. Number 4, the silver maple. Fast shade now, cracked everything later. Here's the tree people plant precisely because it grows so fast, and that speed is exactly the problem. The silver maple shoots up quickly and throws lovely shimmery shade in just a few years. So for anyone in a hurry for shade, it's tempting. Resist the temptation, at least anywhere near the house. A tree that grows that fast above ground grows just as fast below it, and the silver maple's roots grow shallow and hungry and spreading, racing out in every direction near the surface looking for water. Before long, you'll see them, big ropey roots snaking across the top of the lawn, humping up under the grass and getting under and cracking anything hard they meet. The walk, the drive, the patio, and pressing in on the foundation. The silver maple is also a thirsty tree, and a thirsty tree close to the house pulls so much water out of the soil that the ground shrinks and shifts and the foundation cracks from the settling. On top of all that, its wood is brittle, so it drops limbs in storms, sometimes onto the very house it's shading. If you already have a mature silver maple a good distance from the house, you don't need to rush out and cut down a shade tree today. Just keep an eye on those surface roots near anything hard, but never plant a new one in close. There are far better behaved shade trees, and I'll name them for you shortly. Number 3. Poplars and cottonwoods. So aggressive that neighborhoods ban them. When a tree causes so much trouble that homeowners associations write actual rules forbidding people from planting it, that tells you everything you need to know. That's the poplar. That's the cottonwood. Tall, fast, dramatic, and an absolute menace anywhere near a home or a pipe. These trees can reach 80, 100, even 150 feet tall, and a tree's roots generally reach out about as far as the tree is tall, sometimes much farther. So you're looking at roots that can travel well over 100 feet from the trunk. Aggressive and fast and endlessly thirsty, hunting for water. And the most reliable water on any property is inside the sewer line and the drains. Poplar roots find the old joints, slip inside, and because those roots are fine and fibrous, they form a thick tangled mat inside the pipe that blocks it completely. On top of that, cottonwoods shed fluffy seed everywhere in early summer, and both drop branches readily. There is simply no close-to-the-house version of this tree. If you want a fast screen for privacy, and that's usually why folks reach for poplars, there are much better ways to get one that I'd be glad to cover another time. Keep poplars and cottonwoods, if you must have them at all, 100 feet or more from the house and from any pipe, out at the far edge of a big property. Anywhere closer, and you've simply scheduled a plumbing disaster for some year down the line. Number 2. The oak, too close to the house. This one is hard for me to say because I love an oak. A great oak is one of the finest living things a person can have on their land. A tree that outlives everyone who ever sat in its shade, which is exactly why it hurts to see one planted too close to a house, because that mistake turns a 200-year gift into a slow, patient, expensive problem. The oak is not a fast grower. It's a patient one, and a powerful one, and it lives a very long time, which means it has decades to work on your foundation if you let it get close. A mature oak stands 80 to 100 feet tall and drinks a tremendous amount of water. That thirst is the danger. Close to the house, it pulls the moisture out of the soil, the ground shrinks and settles unevenly, and the foundation cracks from the shifting. And the oak's roots run deep and strong, pressing over the long years into any weak point they find in a foundation or a pipe. The oak doesn't hurry. It doesn't have to. It'll simply outlast your foundation. So the oak isn't a villain. It's a giant, and giants need room. Plant an oak, please do, if you have the space, because a person who plants an oak is doing something generous for the next 100 years. Just plant it far out in the yard, well away from the house, where it can spend the coming centuries being magnificent instead of expensive. Number 1. The weeping willow, never ever near a house. Here it is, the worst of them all, and it isn't close. If you remember one single thing from this entire video, let it be this. Never plant a weeping willow anywhere near your house, your driveway, your septic, or your sewer line. Not close, not even sort of close. Not on a normal-sized lot at all. The willow is a beautiful tree, I'll grant it that. Those long trailing branches over water are a genuinely lovely sight. But the willow lives for one thing above everything else, and that's water. Its whole being is built to hunt down moisture, and its roots are the most aggressive water seekers of any common tree in the country. They spread an astonishing distance, often 3 times the height of the tree, which can put them well over 100 feet from the trunk. And they will follow the faintest trace of moisture straight to your sewer line, your drains, your septic field, and the damp soil around your foundation. Once willow roots reach a pipe, they find the smallest flaw and fill it completely. And now you're looking at a sewer line replacement running well into the thousands of dollars all on its own, with your insurance standing back with its hands in its pockets, because gradual root damage is exactly what those policies exclude. A single willow planted too close can go after your pipes, your foundation, and your septic all at the same time. It is, without any exaggeration, the most expensive tree most homeowners will ever put in the ground. If you have a big piece of land, an acre or more, with a low wet spot a good 100 feet or more from anything you care about, then fine. Let a willow live its best life out there by the water where it belongs. Anywhere near a house, it is a 5-figure repair bill with pretty branches. Please choose something else. So there they are, 6 trees to keep well away from your house. Now here's the promise I made you. The one simple rule that takes all the guesswork out of this forever. When you plant a tree, plant it at least as many feet from your house as that tree will be tall when it's fully grown. A tree that tops out at 40 feet goes at least 40 feet from the house. A tree that'll reach 60 goes 60 feet out. And if you want to be truly safe, especially with the thirsty fast growers, double that number. That single rule, followed once at planting time, standing right there with the shovel, prevents almost every root disaster there is. Write it down. It's the most valuable thing in this video. And here's the part that means you never have to choose between shade and a sound house, because there are wonderful trees that are perfectly safe to plant up close. A Japanese maple is a small living jewel and stays well behaved right by the patio. A dogwood gives you spring flowers and fall color without ever threatening a thing. A redbud lights up in purple-pink every spring and keeps its roots to itself. A crabapple, a hornbeam, a serviceberry, all of them beautiful, all of them safe near a home. You are never choosing between a bare yard and a broken foundation. You're just choosing the right tree and putting it the right distance out. So before you dig that hole this season, do two things. Look up how tall your tree gets when it's grown and pace out that many feet from the house. And if you already have a young willow, poplar, or silver maple sitting too close, this is the cheap and easy moment to deal with it, while it's a small job for an arborist instead of a big one for a foundation crew. Catching it now is the whole game. Tell me down in the comments what you're thinking of planting and how close to the house, and I'll tell you honestly if it's a good idea. I read everyone. And if you know someone about to plant a tree near their house, or someone who's got a willow creeping up on their foundation right now, send them this today before the hole gets dug. It might be the most money you ever save somebody with a few minutes of your time. Plant the right tree in the right spot, and it'll be a gift to your home and to whoever lives there long after you. Plant the wrong one too close, and it's a bill waiting to arrive. The good news is, now you know exactly how to tell the difference. Go plant something wonderful and give it room.